Thamburaj Daniel. Um, I want to thank In Christ Washington Church for giving me this opportunity to share about Pastor. This is a wonderful occasion, as Pastor Tim was mentioning about. I'm one of the early friends of Pastor. I grew up listening, composing, having meal with the pastor. I call him Annan, Chandran Annan, and Rodaka. Want to thank Rodaka especially and Jacob this time, going through a hard time. I think this is going to be a time when we're all grieving along with you. Want to share some wonderful memories probably you've not heard before. Some interesting memories, which I thought will encourage you. I've known Chandran Annan and Rodaka for the past 25 years or more. I was in my college, and this was in early or late 80s when Chandran Annan was posted in Kalpakkam. It was the first posting when he was taking up the pastorship in CSI diocese. So he was in Kalpakkam, and he was really close to my parents. He learned to adapt to how Kalpakkam was working. It was a place of scientists and a cosmopolitan place, which was a little different from other dioceses that he was used to. He did a fantastic job in Kalpakkam, actually taking the ministry outside the township where they did ministry with the villages, the rural places around that Kalpakkam. It was a wonderful time when I learned. I just came out of college, and I was up in the air with my own life, and there were times when I used to go and do village ministry with him. My parents have done village ministry with Pastor. That's how my mom she got involved into medical ministry. I got involved in children's ministry. I learned a lot, quite a lot. And this was this was a church called, it was a CSI church called the Church of Canaan. This was established in much earlier than 80s. One of the things that I fondly remember is the beach ministry that he used to do, where we take food from home, go to the beach, sit down and have food, and sing some songs, pray, and then disperse. So I remember sitting with him, and I was playing a tune, and he said, just keep playing your guitar, keep playing the tune. And out came a song called Bethlehem Enum Urul. So this was a wonderful song that it had a little bit of a Spanish tune to it. And I was playing the song, and we still sing the song in our church back in LA. There are a lot of things that I did learn, not just music, but just the humility of a person to go down to a level of my age and associate with me, sing and treat me as a friend was something that I saw in him was remarkable. It was really amazing to see that. And Rodaka was so fond of, all the children, and she did a lot of things there, which I fondly remember. And Jacob his hair was like Calvin and Hobbes. He was running around. I remember the little fellow. There are a few things that I wanted to share, and Chandran Annan and Rodaka were an integral part of our lives in growing up, and especially with our parents. When my mom was going through cancer in 2008, I knew that she's not going to make it. Though I had this feeling that, I want to pray for my mom, I want my mom to be healed, I had this notion that my mom was ready to go to the Lord. And I took my mic and I flew to India. I plugged it in and I told my mom, just keep singing. I'm just going to, record your voice. She sang this song. The song is Naan unnai vittu vilaguvumillai, vilaguvadumillai, unnai kaividuvumillai. That's the song we're going to sing. But the interesting fact is there was a line when that third stanza, it says, Valvin Yatrayil, the journey of my life, even if I stumble, the Lord is there to uphold me. It was a beautiful verse, and my mom was struggling to sing that song because she had lung cancer. My mom is actually a very good singer. In fact, she was one of the tenor voices, the soprano voices, my Chandran Anand used to always sing to see the pitch of the song. So he used to ask my mom to sing. Neenga paadunga, we will try to figure out where your scale is. So it was interesting that she was struggling through that verse. And I have a recording. I sent it to Madhu Anand today, a few months back. And I was listening to it, and it was a beautiful song. And this song really, really touched me. But the interesting thing is, I want to share a little bit about an incident that happened, which was very interesting, actually. So Chandran Anand was posted in Madurandagam. He did a lot of ministry in that village. And after his ministry in Madurandagam, he was posted in Uttaramerur. Akka, I think I'm correctly mentioning this. If I'm mistaken, forgive me for that. But he was posted in Uttaramerur, and I wanted to visit him. And he said, just come over, we can jam together. So I took my guitar, I flinged my guitar, and I had 30 rupees in my wallet. And I had a guitar plectrum, that's all I had. And I was just out of college, and I wanted to go and sit with Anand and play some music. So I got into my bus, and it was the last bus to Uttaramerur, 5 p.m. in the evening, and that was the last bus. So I was waiting in this Chengalpet bus stand to get into the bus, and the bus had not arrived. There was a beggar sitting next to me, and he was actually telling his story. That I'm a beggar, I'm not really a beggar, I'm actually a conductor, and since I'm invalid, my family leaves me here every morning, and I make money out of my situation. So, I'm really not a beggar. So he was trying to convince me and have a conversation with me, which was interesting. So I never pay attention, to people. I was not sure what he was up to, so I was listening, and I was a little bit moved by his story. So I was fiddling my wallet to see how much money I can give this person. So I pulled out 5 rupees, and I only had 30 rupees, and I gave him 5 rupees. And I thought, okay, I just get rid of, I just want I want you to be quiet because I want to go, and I'm not really in the mood to have this conversation. I want to really go and see my friend. So the bus came, got into the bus, and full of school students. It was the last bus. The bus was really jam-packed. I got into the bus. I was holding my guitar and trying to hold standing, and I was wobbling in the bus. The conductor came. I put my hand, my wallet was missing. So I didn't know what to do. I was thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have to get to this place, and I'm really stuck now. I don't know what to do. I felt some sort of shame come into me that I didn't want to ask us. I can't ask for money. It's not going to work. I saw all these kids around me, and I didn't feel like asking anybody. And I saw some of the people in that bus. They didn't look very friendly. So I quietly felt like I can't go to Uttaramerur. It's not going to happen. I just got out of the bus, and I felt really bummed. I want to go. I want to really see. I want to have a good time, and I couldn't do it. Got out of the bus, and something in me kept telling me, you can do it. I said, okay, I'm going to do it. So I walked to this beggar, this person. And I said, hey, I gave you 5 rupees. Can you give me 1 rupee from that? So he was shocked. He looked at me like, what are you going to do with this? Why are you asking me for money? So he anyway gave me 1 rupee and 50 paisa. I took the money, got into the bus. I went to Anand, and I told Anand the story. And he said, I'm going to use this in my sermons. This is a good story. And I hope he had used it in his stories, in his sermon. But out came that night. We were fiddling the guitar, playing music, and I was enjoying Rhoda Akka's pork curry. I still remember, wonderful pork curry. And then we were playing this song. Then came the song, Naan Unnai Vittu Vilaguvudumillai Unnai Kaividuvudumillai. Pastor Chandran Light was an integral part of our lives, integral part of your lives. He has made a big difference in our lives. And as Pastor Tim mentioned, I lost both my parents too. In fact, if my mom and dad were here, they would just go on and on and on. And my mom, in fact, have diaries, not just one diary, but a couple of diaries about Pastor's sermon she has written. And what I learned from Pastor is he's a wonderful friend. He's a great teacher. He was a great musician. He was a great composer. And he was a great dad. He was a wonderful husband. the one thing that I learned was we all are here to take the legacy of Pastor Chandran Light and propagate it in the world. And he has left a wonderful legacy for us to follow. And that's what I believe in, and that's why I'm here. And I believe that God has a plan for each and every one of our lives. He has a plan for Pastor Chandran Light and for all of us. And I believe that my parents and your wife, Pastor, and most of us who have lost our loved ones are in the place that we know. It's the hope that we have as Christians, and I believe that strongly. I want to thank you. I don't want to take too much time. We're going to sing this song. I want to invite my auntie to join in the second stanza, and while the choir sings this song, and it's a privilege for me to sing with the choir because I'm not a choir person, but I'm going to join them and sing today.